Okay, hi everybody, welcome to the channel. And then has been a long time I didn't review the car, and then this is one of my family car, and then we really bought, and then this is the new Honda City Hybrid. In Japan, what we call is a Honda Grace. Okay, and then this is just like the at the outside, just like the Honda City, the normal one, and then but it got the hybrid badge, and then also another hybrid badge at the back. Then this version is based on the Spec, but with a 16-inch wheels, and then the LED tail lamp. Other than that, is identical, same as the Spec as we get in Malaysia. Okay, then this color is pearl white, as you can see. Okay, actually at the outside we got nothing much to say because it's everywhere in Malaysia. It's a very hot model, and then this one we get is a GST rebate, so we get something around 80,000. Is quite cheap actually compared to previously. The price is at 89,000. This is very bargain for us, so we get this. So now we go inside and we talk about the other things before I show you the engine. Okay, this car is very special, is here. So when you get inside the car, then you just like normal car. This is a push start unit. Put aside your key fob, and then press the brake, and then press the start button. Okay, usually the car is not start with the engine, because today the car, the battery power is not that much, so you can see it charging. Usually it's at 3 bar or 2 bar the engine will force to start. Okay, then this is the thing that is the different from the regular one. The regular is Honda City. As you can see, the meter cluster here is totally different. So okay, now it's shut down the engine already. Okay, at the left side you can see the tachometer, the RPM meter is now gone. It's now replaced with the gauge, the gear lever gauge, because this car is come with the electronic shifter, so it will show what is the gear that you are located now, and then the power gauge, and then how you charge the battery, and then you have the time, and then the temperature, outside temperature. Okay, this left hand side meter we cannot do anything. We cannot change through the buttons here. It will show all the way like this. Then in the middle is just the very traditional speedometer, and then at the right side, this is a more interesting part that you can see now is the power, and then the two wheels there, and then with the engine. Just now, if the engine is starting and then it's charging, they will show the charging here. Okay, then we can go through here. This is the RPM when you start the car and the engine is run, and you can see the RPM meter. Then here your information about your average speed, and then your elapsed time, and then the average fuel consumption, and then some other informations. And then this is the fuel consumption. Every time you're driving is how many km per liter that you can achieve. Then this is the eco gauge. When you're driving in eco, there is a green shield around your car. Then this is a blank, which is when you open the car, then you can show the other informations. Okay. Then other than that, this is some settings. Then you're back to the power. Just down what they show the battery levels things. Then other than that, this car is complete with multi functions steering wheel. You can control the infotainment systems, and then here is a cruise control. Then below here is the telephones, and then this is the button that you can control the multi informations here. Then behind here you have the pedal shifters, which this car comes with a dual clutch transmission. In the drive part I will talk about more with these transmissions, because it's quite interestingly it's a dry clutch base, which I find very different compared to other dual clutch. And then with this 2 days driving with these family cars, okay, this is a electric gauges. So when you push the brake and then you engage the gear, it will going back to the normal positions. So you have this is what like the something in BMW. Okay, sorry, it forced me to press the parking. Okay, which is same as the BMW unit. When you shift, it will go back to the normal positions. Okay, other than that, which is identical to the normal car, then this is a identical infotainment system with the normal city. And then I find this unit is just a very simple unit, which it doesn't come with any other special functions other than just you have a Bluetooth telephones. Other than that, it's just a normal. For me, this infotainment system is totally failed. Then here is climate control. Then here you got power outlets, 12 watts. Then you have the cup holder here, some storage area. Then a very small console. Then other than that, here you have the glove box. Then other than that, it's just a totally same. Okay, let's see the back seat. Okay, the back seat also the same. It is very long, and then it's also quite wide in this segment. Then you have the aircon vents at the back. Then you have 2 power socket backs. You got armrest and then 2 cup holders here. And then also what's special here is this one. Here you got some holes that let the air go into the battery packs, which can cool down the battery packs also, which is this is cannot find in the regular Honda City. Okay. Take a look at the back. Okay. Then is normal compared to the Honda City. And then the battery pack actually at the below here, so it won't become smaller after this car comes with the battery pack. But you do lose something, which is the spare tires. This car doesn't come with spare tires. You have the battery pack here. So Honda Malaysia provide you the repair kits, the sealants, everything. So if you really or your tire cannot repair, so you have to call the tow car already. This is quite something new for us, and then also this is quite inconvenient if you are in the middle of the road of nowhere, which Malaysia is. Okay, then other than that, I show you the engine. Now starting the car, you can see it's totally. Now here is the engine. This is the 1.5 liter Atkinson's engine, which produce 110 horsepower, and then the combined with the electric motors can become 137 horsepower, and then 170 Newton meter, and then which can compare this engine, the outputs can compare to the 1.8 units of the Honda City. So now you can see this is engine with the technology that is a direct injection direct injection. Okay, direct injection technology, so which is a different unit what we can see from the regular Honda City or Honda Jazz. And then also what's special here is this car doesn't come with doesn't have the drive belt. As you can see here, this car comes with electric water pump, and then also the electric compressor. Okay, this is the engine part. Now let's have a drive now. Shift to the D. Okay. Now the car is very quiet because it's in EV mode with 3 bar of the battery. Okay, one I want to talk is this car is quite difficult to get the full bar of the battery, and then it will recharge back and will start the engine when it's dropped to 2 bars, or sometimes 3 bars. That will come back, the engine will come back also. And then when you're in EV mode, actually you only can like sliding down the hill, the slope, or you only can like drive the car like 10 or 15 km per hour, which is very different compared to the something like you can get in the other normal hybrid car, like the Honda Prius, or the Hyundai Ioniq. This car packed with a very small battery pack, which like this. I'm now driving like 15, going up a slope. Then I press like my pedal, it's about 10%. Now 15%, the battery, the engine come back. Okay. Compared to the others hybrid that I have tried before, like the Prius, which is the second generation one, because Malaysia doesn't come with the latest one, and I feel like this car is lesser power compared to that unit, but this car have a very special features, which is this dual clutch. This dual clutch actually they can shift really like very gently, what we call, sorry. It doesn't like the Volkswagen DSG or the Mercedes-Benz units. This one you totally cannot feel when it shifts, unless you push the car to the like 7,000 RPM, then you can feel the shift. If not, the car will just seems like very normal, and then very quiet, and then it's a very comfortable car. And then this car, if you drive in a econ mode and then you force it in econ mode, the car will act like it will force you every time when you're going downhill or in the start-stop traffic, city traffic. Most of the time they will force you to the EV mode, and then the car will pretend lower RPM when you're driving in highway speed. Okay, I tried before, like I'm driving in a legal speed like 100 km per hour, and then if I'm in econ mode, the car will like 1007 or 1008 RPM, compared to the sport mode, which when I press it, the car will like go up to 2002 or above RPM if I'm pressed in sport mode in a same speed in 100 km per hour. Okay, if you really want the power, you can press the sport button, but if you like you are driving like very economy, you can always press the econ button. Is totally quiet. And then also I want to talk about the suspension of this car. Actually, it's a different setup compared to the normal Honda City. As you know, this Honda City hybrid comes with a very heavy battery pack, which is 65 kg more than the regular one. So at the back seat, the car, they have returned the suspension, becomes stiffer. And then I tried to sit at the back before, with 4 person, 2 at the back, 2 at the front, of course. Then I feel like the car is more stiffer, and then it's more bumpier compared to the regular Honda City with 16-inch one version, or the higher spec version. Then I feel like the comfortable level will be decreased at the back seat lah, but at the front is the same for me. And then also the driving position of this car is very good. And then also the steering of this car, according to Honda Malaysia, this car also have tuned to become more sensitivity. And then the turning is give you a lot of confidence also. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people will think that driving a hybrid car always can give you a very good fuel consumption, but it is not, because most of the time you have to control your right foot actually, because if you're driving the hybrid car just like the normal car, you press all the way the accelerator pedal, the car won't give you a very good fuel consumption also. And then also you have to force your car to always drive in econ mode, because when you're in econ mode, the pedal of the car will just become very heavy, so you have to press a lot more to get the power. So most of the time it will just let you have a very slow drive. Okay, so you in econ mode you won't drive like a fast driver. then the sensitivity of the pedal is like very heavy, which you have to get used to it. But what is returned back is 24 km per liter or 27 km per liter in mixing of the city drive and then also the highway drive. Okay, now see the acting. The transmission feels more like a normal automatic rather than a door clutch. It's very buttery, and then it feels totally different with the DSG that we get in the Volkswagen. Okay, now the engine shut down again. Okay, let me put in the sport mode. The car will shift automatically also. But one thing is good is when you're sport mode, you can press the car. Actually, you can feel the pulling, but the engine will be like, the sound will be like very big. Downshift also quite good because this is a door clutch. Then now in 5, the 5th gear. Okay, let's get back to the econ mode, and then the car return to quiet. And then these 2 days of driving of this car actually give me a very different feeling of driving, because you just can get this car in under 80,000 during the GST rebate, and then 80,000 you get a very different driving feeling, and then a very good fuel consumption car, and then at the same time you can enjoy the driving actually when you're in sport mode. And then as total, this car gives you a very good value for me lah. At least, even though now the fuel price in Malaysia is, compared to other countries like in the Thailand, in the Singapore, or even in the Indonesia, is a lot cheaper. But I feel this car can save a lot. Still can save a lot, even though you buy a hybrid in this price. So I will suggest the people that will buy this hybrid rather than a regular Honda City, because it gives you a totally different driving pressure and then totally driving experience. And also this car will change your driving behavior. Usually I wouldn't drive like this, but because of the setting of this car, actually will force you and then to change your driving behavior. Okay, so anything you can drop it, you can answer, you can ask the question in below, so maybe I can answer you, because this is our family car, so I'm quite driving it along. So hope you guys will enjoy this, and then anything, we will see you in the next video. Okay, thanks, goodbye.